Hello Arun, my greetings to you and Dew Journal. Uh, I'm so happy coming on this platform after a very long time. And I recall this Dew Journal has been in existence for almost 3 decades. I don't think any other publication or journal has been covering the oil industry as well as Dew does. So my all compliments to Dew, and I sincerely wish that it continues to do well in times to come as well. Now, coming specifically to the issues that you have posed to me, I feel this pandemic COVID 19 has brought a unique kind of crisis to the global economies. All the countries are experiencing a different kind of challenge. I don't think earlier ever we had that even the skies are locked. Most of 90% of the countries are under lockdown situation. The energy demand has suddenly collapsed, and we have seen that on the going the same way, this oil prices have also crashed. Of course, the initial crash happened in the second week of March when OPEC Plus their uh, the discussions negotiation had failed, but thereafter it is all the way it is COVID. Actually, COVID this onslaught has made this OPEC Plus meeting irrelevant, as it is there is a collapse in the oil demand by almost 30% in the month of March and April itself. And as we can see, the situation is going to continue for quite some time to come. So we have to perhaps live with this for a foreseeable future, and to be very specific, until we are able to find some reliable vaccine that can be administered to most of the people, only then the demand is going to rise. So that is the realistic situation. So your question whether this recovery is going to be V-shaped, W-shaped, I feel it is going to be U-shaped. And this low curve is going to sustain for quite some time, as I mentioned, until the demand picks up, until a vaccine is found, and until a comfort develops that people would be able to travel again. As of now, it is quite a crisis, quite a depressing situation. Uh, there's another factor which I would like to highlight at this moment, that people have realized that there's no need for that much of travel even in the normal course. Many of the meetings, the offices, they are able to function, work from home, the practice, and maybe in times to come, that will makes that reliance on this public transport, Uber, Ola, private transport, air travel, less necessity for people to move out. So that is another factor I feel we have to reckon, based on which I say that the demand in times to come is going to remain. Let us see when the full confidence develops, when that full recovery happens. So that's the bad news for the industry, but good news for this import dependent countries like India. So our own GC and other major producers, perhaps they have to live with this low prices for quite some time, and this 100 million barrels per day oil consumption, we have to wait and watch when we are able to reach that number, because some of the demand is going to be destroyed for all times to come, which I mentioned that people would be able to live without this. I recall when I was in ONGC, I was heading ONGC in the year 2007. I had made it mandatory that for all internal travels, for all internal meetings, the officers, they need not travel, and we will be managing through video conferencing. So all our EC meetings, EPC meetings, we had decided to move on this video conferencing platform, and I had asked our IT department to implement video conferencing facility at all work centers, and I gave approval to do it on nomination basis. And within a matter of 2-3 months, we were able to move on to this digital platform. That is the way the global economy is also going to be there. So that is the view I take it. So we have to live with the situation, and this U.S. shale industry right now, it is its knees. Most of the rigs, they are stacked up, but as the prices move up, which slowly they have started moving up anywhere near about $40, the industry will start again throbbing, again working in a big way. Even before that, I would say the companies will continue to operate even at losses, because they have raised huge amount of borrowings, billions of dollars. To my mind, that is about number I read somewhere, 170 to 200 billion dollars borrowings are there. Lenders are also going to continue to lend, because otherwise they have to make all these lendings as NPAs. So this shale or US shale industry will revive, and that will keep the oil prices low for other producers, OPEC, OPEC plus. Others have to reconcile that low oil prices are going to remain here for the foreseeable future at least. Let us wait and watch. But that is the specter I can visualize at this point of time. Thank you.